intros as they anything. But this is off trend. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. How everybody doing today though?
Yeah, just
Good.
blessed.
Great. Amazing. All of the above.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question. It was a topic that I just posted on my page, so I figured I'd let some women give their perspective. And Gorilla Dave, I'll let you give me your perspective. So, what makes a woman the baddest? Like, what make a woman bad? Like, what make a woman like top tier to y'all?
Oh, you want to go first? Look, I definitely have a lie. Are you over there?
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So whoever they're gonna appear bad to. I mean, you said asking us like what makes a female appear bad to us.
Yeah.
I think he means like the whole overall being, like what makes a woman, what we consider to be a bad woman, as far as like what we consider like a woman with her stuff together, somebody who, you know what I'm saying, like prioritizes business, somebody who has a good aura, like energy, somebody who keeps themselves together, you know what I'm saying, like, um, presentation, polished, um,
Yeah.
and just you know what I'm saying, like somebody who got values, morals, just a good person all around, like and um, yeah, stable financially, mentally stable. I think all of those things play into what makes a bad woman. Because sometimes you just look at women and you just like, it's a lot of pretty women. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there are so many pretty. So what separates, you know what I'm saying? Those just pretty women from a woman, a top tier woman, is one who handles her business, one who has a great aura, good energy, um, good values and morals, like I think all of those things, because the mindset is not always there. There's a lot of pretty women with no mindset.
Yeah. And I agree too. And I would use that term. What makes a woman top tier versus what makes the woman the baddest? Because
But see,
to me, when you say the baddest, you just talking about appearance.
no,
Like
but
what
I,
makes
I, said,
her
I
look
said,
good.
I also said what makes a woman top tier though.
Yeah. Well, I'd say all of the above. I agree. Like you got to be on your stuff. You have to be a good person overall. You have to
But
have
I
a
do
good
believe,
attitude.
but this the thing though. I do believe every time women see a pretty woman, they automatically say, "Oh, she don't cook, she don't clean, she ain't got her shit together. She just pretty."
Who
Like
says that?
that's usually the comment. Like I just posted that girl. Like that's the main comment. Say
I
like,
think
"Oh,
that's what come from men say that. I get a lot of that from men. Men will say they'll see a pretty woman and they think that, oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, you know what I mean? Like they just automatically assume that you are want princess treatment. Now every woman wants princess treatment. Don't get me wrong, because we queen treatment. Let me say not princess, queen treatment, because I'm queen. But like all women want that. But I'm saying that there are, just because you're pretty don't mean you can't hold your own, or that you don't have anything to contribute to a relationship, or that you're not a partner. People just see a pretty face, and some men, that's all they want. They want a woman that's pretty at home, cooking, cleaning, slaving. You know what I mean? And I be wondering, when y'all say that, do y'all just mean that, oh no, we're not gonna do nothing? Like we're not gonna do all of that, and you feel like we just want to be taken care of for nothing? Or do you feel like it's a certain type of woman that will cook, clean, slave, in work, and pay half the bills with y'all? Is that what y'all comparing us to? Or like what is the comparison?
what's your thoughts on that, Dave? What's your thoughts, brother?"
I think I think we mixing up good woman and baddest and top tier. I think we mixing up all the different categories of a woman. Because you can say she fine, you can say she pretty, you can say she bad, you can say she a good woman. Like we can't mix all of it. If you say shorty bad, that that eliminates some of the stuff that we talking about. That don't mean that
Hey,
she
go
not.
ahead, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Go ahead, though.
That's not saying like she not smart. That's not saying like she ain't on her shit. But I think bad is more parents and how you carry yourself. But that don't mean you can be bad and be a bad woman. You could be bad and be a good woman. Like when somebody say
So basically, y'all just basing it off of appearance because when you see somebody, I mean, you don't know them, you don't know what they do.
Right,
Yeah, you
right.
know
So
their
when
characters
the
are to
term
know.
is
Going off of
baddest,
appearance,
yeah,
original,
the term baddest,
the
I think
aesthetics.
appearance.
Hmm.
Because you can see somebody in passing and be like, damn, she bad. But without even knowing her. You don't know if her house dirty. You don't know if she a good woman. You don't know if she carry the characteristics to be one day be a wife or a good girlfriend. We don't know that.
It's
So
true.
when you say she bad, I think we can't mix the qualities of somebody walking in past and saying, "Oh, that's a good woman," because a good
Right.
woman is a whole different category. Shit, she could be
So
a
Right.
five on the
that's what
book.
you was talking about as far as like looks versus
Right.
the
The
total
aesthetic.
package. When you're saying like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
because like aesthetics, some
because the
guys
total
don't
that's two
care about
different.
aesthetics.
Yeah, because
So
that's
then
two
you have
different
a top
things to me.
tier
Right.
woman versus a bad woman.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's two. I would pick a top tier woman over a baddie anyway. Like me, just
I would hope
personal preference.
I would hope so.
Like you
Yeah.
just because you just what can
But
just because
a
you
top
good
tier
on the
woman can
eye,
also be a baddie
you
though.
might get on my fucking nerves.
You like you can get everything.
Yeah, facts. And that was my. That's the point I was making. You can be a baddie and be a sorry ass woman. You could be a baddie and be a top tier woman.
I'm sorry.
But like,
What?
if you ain't handling no business and you just look good, you can still be a baddie because baddie is in passing. You
right.
could shit.
So it's the
I can see you in the
aesthetics.
mall and be like, I can see you in the mall and be like, damn, Shorty was bad. I can't see you in the mall and be like, that's a top tier woman. So it's like you got to
That's
get to
true.
know a motherfucker to know they. You got to get to the
Right.
mother. You got to get to know her to know her
If she is baddie.
what category you gonna put her in. Yeah,
Yeah,
so she can be a
that is
baddie as
true.
soon as you see her,
That's true.
but you got to get to know her and to put her in a category of top tier, good
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah. That's
Like
true.
Yeah.
But that's still not gonna change the
that's
fact
just
that
my
people are gonna
opinion.
automatically
But
judge. People are gonna have their
baddie to me is
opinions.
But
just
I,
appearance
I
and
think
how you carry yourself.
see this is my thing though. I think when we see like more so pictures of like celebrities or something like that, we don't know them, so we don't know if they
Right.
know how they live their life. We don't know. We only know what they show us. So that's why I said
Mhm.
about girl,
Mm.
the first thing that girls ask are, "Oh, she looks like everybody else," or "Does she cook or does she clean?" The only women that I know that's the celeb that don't cook and clean, that made it known that they don't cook and clean, is Cardi B and Kim Kardashian.
You know, lying.
Well,
So,
No,
I mean,
and that's the thing too. Like even like a lot of different celebrities, like we was talking about with what's his name? Once they start appearing more, like they go on these reality shows and things like that, and you get to see them behind the scenes and see what type of person they is, like it changes your view of them. Like it makes you look at them a little different.
that's
Like
why
you're not really
That's why Denzel told Michael B. Jordan, he said, stay off the internet. He said, what make you think people gonna come see your movies if they see you all week?
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was some good advice to me. You know, a lot of them celebs, we know too much about them now. We didn't know that much growing up.
Yeah.
I tell people like when we compare like Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson was a bigger artist, but
They say never meet your heroes or the people that you like. They always say that,
yeah,
never meet them because they're different people. And they are human people. I think sometimes people put supernatural on them based off of the fact that they got some more money or that they made it or something. But these are regular people that just got a break. So
for sure.
like there's you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Regular folks.
But I've never been really starstruck though. That ain't never been my
me
thing.
either. I've never really been with that.
Me either.
It's kind of like you
you
regular
never
just like
been
me.
what? What you say?
You got a little
You
bit
never
more
been
money,
what?
but that's it.
I've never been
Right.
struck. Like no celeb is gonna make me lose my mind to like see them or be around them.
No.
Yeah, I ain't saw nobody. And sometimes I'll be mad at myself for not being starstruck because it's like I miss out on opportunities to meet people. Like if I'm somewhere and a so-called star come
If you
in,
don't get the
like
pictures and stuff, like yeah.
I don't think like walk up and get a picture and shake they. But
Right.
then when they leave, I'm like, damn, that was dope. I could have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like I just can't see myself.
It all
Shit, I'm
depends
gonna
on the
start to myself.
environment too. Because if
I'm
they're
I'm,
like if
I'm
they're in an
famous to
environment,
myself.
you said what?
I'm famous to myself, so they should be trying to meet me.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly. That's how I feel.
Right.
They should be trying
Like,
to get a picture with me. I just never like.
Like if it's in an environment, like if I go to a concert or something, or like a comedy show and they're taking pictures, and yeah, I'm gonna snap it up. But if I see them out and about, then no, I'm not gonna go up and ask for no picture. Like I'm not gonna interrupt.
Yeah, of course.
Like that's just what it is. Like if we run into celebrities a lot, we've been in
Right.
restaurants and be
And that's
staring
crazy
at
because
like,
that
oh,
just
I go
happened
such
with
and such. Like, oh.
that just happened with that one artist. What's his name? Big S the Plug, the fat dude. He was
yeah.
out somewhere gambling, and this dude asked him for a picture. He got mad, like, "Bro, I'm gambling. Why the fuck you stopping
You
me
see
from
what I'm saying?
But when they doing their regular life though, I just don't believe in it. Like just trying to like overcredit a person doing something that they're doing a guest appearance and that's what they do in the photos and that's what you want.
They at work.
Then
That's
cool,
their
respect.
job.
But I mean, like, I guess because like as a person who like she said been around celebrities, like I live in Little Rock, however I travel. So like I used to go to the All-Star games and the different stuff like that. So you right here up close to all these people walking around. They right here with you. You see what I'm saying? They walking up to you, giving you tickets and inviting you places. You see what I'm saying? So like I just never like
Some of them in my
you know
inbox.
what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. My friends, they get their pictures, you know, and I'll take them. I done took pictures for friends and not got one. Like I just don't it's not I get the memories, I do get it, but I'm not like with the groupie behavior. Like I'm not going to be like extra
But
on
have
those.
you ever been somewhere and regretted not getting the picture?
for sure.
Like, dang, I should have snapped the picture.
Yeah, I went to
Gonna say
Lloyd.
that
I went to Lloyd,
probably
Jeezy,
over lifetime, I'm sure I have. I'm
uh,
sure.
what's it?
I'm trying to think about who.
Right. We
But
can't hear you that good.
I was mad because I didn't get a picture though.
We didn't hear
Well,
you.
you
Come
got
to
to
the
sit
mic.
up to the mic a little bit more, bro.
Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Okay, that's better. Be
Right.
closer.
Y'all hear me now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, I said to see Lloyd, Jeezy, and I think Lil Scrappy, and what's that damn girl's name? She do country music now. She's a black singer, but she used to do R&B. What's her fucking name?
Hey, Michelle.
K Michelle. She was there. You know what I'm saying? I was mad I didn't get a picture, especially for Lloyd. Like I'm a big Lloyd fan, so you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
you know what? I would have to go way back to have that opinion. And you know what? I do have a show that I wish I'd have got a picture at. And that would have been, it was with Keisha back with it was Jeezy, Young Buck, and somebody, but Keisha Cole popped up and went on stage on him. And got into at the concert.
they
Yeah, she popped that. I think that was that's why they broke up probably because she pulled up on him at the concert. The Atlanta girls pulled up. But and came on the stage talking to him, but whatever. But like so I used to love Young Buck. And the fact that he like really is no longer really relevant, I would like to get a picture with him because I used to love him before he, went crazy. Maybe he was always crazy before we knew his crazy. Does that make sense?
so
Oh, Young Buck.
Dave, you ain't got nobody like that. So if you seen Dipset back in the day, you wouldn't have been like, you know what I'm saying?
I went to no, it's
Dipset,
not anybody. Now Jim Jones, the only person out of Dipset that
Dipset
really
used to come on our block.
who
Cameron,
who
they lived in Chicago
oh
for a little while. Like
to that stuff,
they
but
used to just
like
come
no.
to the hood. Like R. Kelly used to just come to the school. Like the regular Chicago people,
Yeah.
they was regular until I left Chicago, and then it was like, oh, these start like in Chicago. I thought like
Right.
every city had they local people, and
Yeah.
we only saw these people because we was in Chicago. So until I moved away, I'm like, oh, everybody on Chicago people. Like I thought every city had an R. Kelly, so I
Yeah.
didn't look at R.
Yeah,
Kelly as
It's true though. Just like
some
Dallas. You
people are like that.
you
You
gotta
won't
see
see them everywhere.
anybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
But
like
that's what
it,
I'm saying.
it
Anybody.
just
So when I went
Give it
other
up.
places and I saw they status other places, I was like, oh shit, they this big everywhere. Just like
Yeah.
yeah.
you know what I'm
The
saying,
crazy
like.
part is I don't even know who half the people is these days because I don't watch videos like that. You know, back in the day, we used to have BET, 106 and Park and stuff.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
now, if you watch a video, it's
We
either
don't know
YouTube
whoever it
or
is.
right.
Like
So
just
if they don't show up on my
when
TikTok, I'm
people be
not
like,
know
you
who
don't know
they
who that is. I'd be like, nope. So
Hey,
I wouldn't know a celebrity to be honest, like she said. And even when you do know them, it depends on how they move with you. Because like I was with Boosie all day when he came in Arkansas. We hung out all day. I never snapped a picture because I didn't feel like I needed to take a picture. You see what I'm saying? Like people have a like some people and some of the other people that was around, they wanted to take pictures, but Barton that man like he was just chilling. You see what I'm saying? Like I just don't believe in that. Like I feel like
most of the people that I
my
know that's
personal
new that I
need for a
find out.
picture is not that great.
Yeah.
Huh?
Most of the people I find out knew about is from bro page when because bro he just posts
Other
new
people.
people and my kids. Between my kids and his page, if I see it, then I go like if he posts something, I go look him up, listen to a few tracks. But other than like you said,
But
it
are
ain't
you
gonna
gonna
be sitting
remember
up.
what they look like if you was to see them in person?
right. That's
I
a
wouldn't.
question.
I might. But like, see, this what
I don't
happened.
know. No.
We
This what
went
happened.
to
What's the
Don't
dude?
remember.
What's the dude? It's a group, but they got a regular name. Like they damn, what was the nigga's name?
you asked the wrong person. We went to the
Travis
Glorilla
Porter.
concert. Like the people that she
Travis
posted,
Porter.
I'm like, I know who these people is.
You
Remember?
said
Remember
Travis
I
them
Porter?
dudes?
love Glow and Megan, but I still don't necessarily need a picture with them. I would
Remember
just
them
like to kick
dudes?
it with them. They have a seem like they got a vibe. But I don't have a.
Them dudes. Travis Porter. Remember that little group? I forgot what they had. What song they had? When they came to the
Um,
city.
I know you're
They
talking
came
about
to the city.
Porter. It's something in my mind, and I don't know why
It's three
spaceship
of it was three dudes. Damn, I
spaceships.
can't think of the. Let me look it up on YouTube.
I thought
They
it was
had
a
like
swag
three.
surfing song.
Huh?
Hmm?
I thought it was swag surfing. I thought it was
No, it ain't Swash.
It's something with
I thought
spaceships.
it
I
was
don't know, spaceship, starship, something.
no, that's Fabo. Uh
Travis Porter,
yeah. That they
the
had that like every time I
Astro
show
World.
out
Ain't that the Astro
some
World
shit
dude?
like that. I was at Rock
Yeah,
because
with
Roscoe
them.
Dash was in it.
They came to Oklahoma City and they was trying to find some trees. And one of the guys, we went to the room and shit, and they was like, "Yeah, they rappers." And I'm thinking it's just some little local rappers and shit. And they was like, well, motherfucker told us to hit y'all up. Y'all to be turned in the city, take us out." So I'm hitting motherfuckers up like, "Hey man, it's these little rap group." And he was like, "So you really don't know who we are, huh?" I was like, "I ain't even finna lie to you, bro. I don't." Then they pulled themselves up on YouTube. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, but we
Be
had been
knowing
chilling with
the
the niggas.
song, but don't even know that still.
Yeah, we been chilling with the niggas in their hotel room. They had like 17 bottles. I ain't gonna lie, they had 17 bottles. They ain't had no trees, so they was looking for trees. Like, man, all we need is some trees. So motherfuckers pulling up on them trees and shit. But it was just like we was in there for a while. Then he was like, "You don't know who we are." The fam just saying it. Like, I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna keep it real with you, fam. I ain't even finna stunt like I do." But then
So what
it was
color?
like,
Go ahead.
but I mean that's one of them instances where it's like, shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like with what's your name again? Shay?
Shelly.
Shelly?
Shelly.
I would have to take it all the way back because like if I seen somebody like Pac, I probably would have been starstruck. Or somebody like Biggie or something
I
like that.
love
Like,
Pac. So yeah, you
you know
know
what I'm
what?
saying? I probably would have been
That would be
starstruck.
somebody that would inspire a picture for me.
Or
But he
like
been
Whitney
gone since
Houston, shit
'96. So
like
how?
that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I might
Pac.
have, tripped out a little bit.
It would
Pac.
have to be somebody who was like, "I love you too." Okay. It would have to be somebody who was like very like influential or instrumental for me to be like, I want a picture. Like, I mean, like, you know what
Or
I'm saying?
somebody
But I'm
that's
still not gonna disturb their peace to get it. Like I love Beyonce, right? She's iconic, she's been going like would I take a picture with her if the opportunity? Yeah, but I'm not going to like disturb her peace to get it. I'm not gonna like be fanned out.
But while
But if
we're talking about celebrities, so I have a question a little bit. So I'm trying to understand, like, why are the men so upset at the fact that Cardi, Remy, and Cash Doll have moved on with their lives? Like, I'm trying to understand because every post I
Oh, I'm
see
glad you said that.
is
Oh, I got time.
men
oh, and I
in the
Oh, I
comments.
got time today.
Like, I'm
yeah,
glad
Hold
because
me
on.
that
You
too.
was
asked
a
a
topic that
question.
I
I
wanted to
love
talk
that.
about because I'm
You,
trying to understand, like,
you,
what
you
is the issue with
listen.
that?
You
I
asked me.
want to talk about that spousal support too, but go
Hold
ahead.
on.
But you
Hold on.
said
You
So we're
asked a
gonna get
question,
there.
so I'm gonna get number one. I'm gonna give you. Number one. You can't even compare all three because it's not even the same situations. Number two.
What's the difference? They all cheated.
So they all cheated
Number
and the
one,
girl
I'm
moved
gonna
on.
tell y'all women this because y'all need to stop this narrative. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now.
We got to
Stop
stop
thinking
there.
that men are always the ones that's miserable when relationships end. Women be bitter than the motherfucker slide down the shower
It
when
don't have
someone
nothing
like
to do
stop
with
playing.
misery.
Like
I'm just trying
y'all
to
gotta
understand
stop
why
It's
this.
not that we're
shit.
saying that there are no bitter women. We
But most of the
we know that.
time when relationships end in the industry, women spin it like the man is angry every time.
But nobody's
Every
talking
single
about the
time.
men.
It's
Like
never the
nobody's
So
woman
saying
mad.
can you
It's never the man. And
specifically
listen,
give us an example of who's spinning it and who's
listen,
upset?
we're not even gonna include Remy because she fucks with a nigga that got knocked out by her ex nigga. So that she cut
But
her
that
out,
doesn't
period.
change the
Because
fact
y'all
that she
not fucking
moved
with no
on.
nigga that your ex-boyfriend knock out. Number one. No
Well, that was
woman
her
doing that.
husband that knocked him out. But at the same,
Ask him though. Wait, you can't say that. You gotta ask him. You gotta ask him. You gotta ask him.
Would y'all
He just
fuck with a
said.
nigga that got knocked out by your ex nigga?
No, but that's not the question. The question is why are men so upset at the
Because
fact that
I'm about to break
have
it
moved
down to
on
you.
with their
Number
lives?
one, I'm breaking it down to you. We
What's up,
starting with Remy
Joseph?
raggedy ass. We starting with Remy raggedy ass.
all right, you ain't gotta call her raggedy.
Why
She
she
made
gotta
the
be
poor
raggedy?
decisions, but you're not gonna call her. Don't call her raggedy.
Right. Like, why
Look,
does she have to be
listen.
raggedy?
I'm
Unlike
team
Remy, she
Papoose
spent a lot
all the
of
way
fight
over here.
behind bars. She tried to catch up. She
We
still got a
ride
little
with
bit.
Papoose
Why
over
does she
here.
have to be raggedy?
But no, I don't even really want to talk about Remy because that situation is just childish. They old as fuck. They down there 50. But
Right. Because he out here with the boxer girl.
this is the thing with Cardi. I don't care about the petty. Like I said today, you could be petty as you want to be. I don't. When you involve children, I don't play that shit. I'll fuck a nigga up. I'll fuck you and that nigga up. Like I don't play about my son. Period. Like don't put my son into our situation. Don't try to be funny and all that shit with my son. You can be funny with this nigga. You can do whatever you want to do.
I didn't see that part.
But don't
She
involve
just
my
all she
child.
did was braid his. She got his hair done, and the hairstyle is similar to the guy's hairstyle, so that's why they're upset. But nobody was upset when Offset had them strippers fighting her. Was she up in the clubs fighting strippers of Offset, going together, doing all of this different stuff with him? It was fine when he was out here making a fool out of her.
And then he up here
As soon as she decided,
she made a fool of herself.
well, I think she should have left.
You
I
can't
think
make a
her she
fool
should have
out of
left
no
in, but at the
hoe.
same time,
She made
some
a
women
fool of
stay.
herself. She
Hold on,
kept going back to that nigga.
because y'all
Listen,
still haven't even answered the
fool
original
me.
question.
Listen, because I don't believe that men are angry. I believe
Who
men are
said
telling the
that?
truth,
Well, wait
and
a
y'all don't
minute.
want to accept
Okay,
it.
Nobody said anything
revisit the
about
original question.
men
What
being
was the original
angry.
question?
She
So
said,
why
"Why are men so
are
angry?"
men? So if you go on her post, it's a lot of men in the comments that have a whole lot of stuff to say about her moving on with her life, and I'm like, why are men so upset at the fact that she's moved on? Same thing with Cash Doll. If you go look in the comments, it's a lot of men in there upset at the fact that she's moved on. Like, why are men so upset? Like, what did they expect? Did they want them to be crying, sad, online every day, going off, angry, bitter?
Men gonna tie you to a man for the rest of your life, girl. You see,
Right.
they
It's like
wouldn't
they
even
want
let.
you
But
to be
see,
They
this is
thought
the thing.
Vanessa.
Y'all
They
want
thought
men.
Vanessa was pregnant. Kobe been dead 5 years, and they was frying that woman. And her husband been dead 5 years. Like she can't give her cat away.
No, now
Like y'all,
listen,
it's just a whole.
Kobe's wife can get a new nigga. I wasn't mad about that part. You know what I'm saying? I
We
respect
talking
that.
about Cardi and Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was saying they was
Cash
gonna let
Doll,
talk about that. I was just saying like because men are
They
yeah.
have been getting heat
women do
online.
this though. Women do this though. Y'all will basically leave a cheater to go to a richer cheater.
But what does it matter though? The point I'm asking is why are men so upset?
Because they
the
look
fact that she's moved
stupid.
on
Y'all
her life?
going to leave. You're leaving.
She might have wanted to give a new nigga a chance to cheat.
But and
You're
that's the
leaving
thing.
a cheater
Y'all
to
don't
go
know
to a
what she's
cheater.
going to. Y'all want her to move from one cheater to the next. It's like you already put.
That's what she doing. Do you not know who Stefan Diggs is? Do you not know who Stefan
He
Diggs
said
is?
it though.
But who
But he
cares?
probably-
But whoever said that was her man? She never
She
said
did.
that was her man. That could have been a video for all we know. They
No,
could be
she said
hanging
it was her
out.
man.
Shawty said that's her man.
Like, nobody
She
said
just
that's
said
her
that's her man.
Yeah,
When
gotta
she
catch
said
up.
They
that's her
recently
man.
made it official after he asked for that spousal support. Really, right around that time. Well, I
Gotta
think when
catch
she
up,
came
Mika.
out,
Past that.
he
It must have been within the last day or two.
Yeah, it's been the last couple of days that
I
they just put it
I
out.
think
He put it on
I think the
Instagram and
men I
posted
think
a
the
picture
men
of
are
him.
just I think the men are just coming into it to defend the men just as much as the women are coming into it to defend the women. I don't think it's
But
like
the thing
uh,
is,
How can y'all defend a cheater?
who are y'all defending though? How can you defend these men who are doing this type of stuff? Like,
but look
Why
though,
would
Because all three of
why would
those
y'all
men.
defend
Hold on.
Offset?
What did
Like,
Offset
give
do
me a
that?
reason
it's
why would
okay to
y'all
defend
defend
a
him?
cheater though. It's okay to defend a cheater.
No, it's not. It's
so
not
you say
okay.
it's okay
He
to
not cheating
defend?
on you.
Then you saying that it's okay to cheat. Like she should have stayed
No,
with him regardless, even though he was cheating, making a fool out of her, making her look
No.
crazy every
if
damn chance
you
he
know
got.
if you know a man is a cheater, and you get with the man that's a cheater, and he cheats, who's that wrong? Who's wrong?
Why do y'all assume that we automatically
It
know
look like
that
we
y'all
know, and then y'all be
cheaters
lying because
y'all?
like you think a
But
But
man
if you
finna
go
tell you
back,
I'm a cheater?
but
if you
some
go
men
back,
do
Are y'all
openly
walking
tell
up
you
to
you're
women and
not my
saying,
only
"Hello, I'm
woman.
a cheater"? When is that
Right.
But
happening?
some men, hold
Are
Who
on,
you
but
doing
admitting
it?
up front that you a cheater?
it's honest men that say, look, going into this, I want you to understand you're not going to be my only woman. Men
Yeah,
have
but
said that.
that's
And if
not
they
what's
accept
happening
that, that's a
though.
whole
That
different
is
type of
not what's
situation.
happening. They're not
You
going
ain't
into
say
this saying
that.
that,
That's
oh,
that's
I'm
that's okay. If
a
they
cheater and
agree
I'm
with
not
that,
going
if
to
they like that freedom
you're
and they
lying.
want that type of relationship, that's fine. I'm
Right.
speaking to the ones who know that they find a woman or man who wants to be monogamous, and you engage in a relationship with them, knowing that you
Marry
have
them.
or marry them
you
or
didn't
what,
want to be
and
With
have
all
no
monogamous
the
though.
intention
See,
of being
y'all
faithful to
missing
them.
valid points in this situation.
Yeah.
Cardi B did not want to be monogamous because Cardi B brought other women to her bedroom. So it's not the same situation. That's why I say you gotta look at
So
all
she
the
didn't
points here.
cheat.
No.
You gotta look at
That's what
all the
makes it
points
even
No,
See,
Cardi
here.
worse.
B got
that
caught
is a
Because
cheating
whole.
too,
That's
though.
that.
wait a
You
minute.
saying that she didn't want to be monogamous because she brought another woman to her
She
bedroom?
brought
That
multiple
that
women to
seems
her
like a
situation. She
that
just didn't want to
sounded
be
like
with
that
one
sounds like a
Right.
motherfucker.
sexual
So she
preference for
brought
the
them into
people,
that relationship. She
right?
wasn't cheating. She wasn't
Cardi
sneaking
B
and
got
doing
caught
it.
cheating
And
too, y'all.
that's
Hold
what
on.
be making this shit even worse.
Cardi
Like
B
you
got
have
caught cheating
Hold
too.
on. We
Y'all
have to
gotta
understand Cardi
remember.
B got caught cheating in the relationship too.
after Offset cheated.
Well,
He
after
did
all,
not
No.
cheat
When
first. He cheated
it
first.
don't
So of
matter
course
who.
she's gonna get her thing back. If
Why
once you
do it
cheat,
matter who cheat first?
it
it
does.
just matter
No,
who cheat
no,
worse. What
hey,
happens is she upgraded on that ex. I mean
Exactly.
that self. Sorry,
She
whatever.
didn't upgrade.
She upgregraded.
And that was the
She didn't
issue.
And regardless,
upgrade.
no,
the man
man.
might not be nothing either, right? But
But you
the
know
thing
what?
is that he
What makes
looked
it an
better.
upgrade?
He probably got
It
more
What
was
make
an
money.
him an
upgrade.
upgrade? What make him an upgrade?
He
He
looked
looked
better.
better.
He got
He
more
got way
money.
more money.
What Glorilla say? 6'1". No,
All right, but okay.
I'm just playing. I'm
A
just playing. What
rapper
I'm
shelf
saying.
life,
Okay, so
a rapper shelf
let me give
life
y'all,
is double
hold on, Dave,
an
hold
NFL
on.
player.
Hold on, Dave. Let me
Who?
give y'all, because me and Jay Nitty talked about this a couple of days ago. Okay, y'all comparing a man that I don't believe Offset's career is nowhere near over, right?
Well, that
Hold
boy's
on, just
career is
wait.
over.
Hold
Washed
on,
up.
because
Done. He need to
What?
go
What's Offset
write
latest song?
lyrics
What's
hold
the
for
on.
last thing he
cartoons or
dropped?
something.
Listen, just wait. I don't
His
believe
career
that
is over.
We
His
Offset.
are just
career is
waiting
over when his
Y'all,
cousin
on that
died.
music he
y'all
Okay,
gotta
dropped.
let
hey,
me
can I put
talk.
my
Y'all
two?
gotta let me talk.
Hey,
Okay, go ahead.
let
Go
me
ahead.
put a quick 2 cents in here.
Okay,
Hold on. Let Ray finish first. And then you.
Offset's career is nowhere near over.
No,
Stephon Diggs'
no,
career
hell
will
no.
be over in 2 years.
Hmm.
Literally 2 years. That's all he got left. He done tore his ACL 2 seasons back to back. He might not make it through this year.
What did he
Okay.
just sign a contract?
So yeah, but
So, and let's just pray that he made investments, because most of them football niggas don't be doing no fucking investments.
Well, now that he got a
yeah,
woman
and that comes with
insurance,
diversifying
so
your portfolio.
he
He
gonna
does
help
need to
him.
make investments, but also
He gonna
he
help
is a
him.
walking investment. He can sell himself. He got
But okay,
endorsement deals, things of
Look,
that
Cardi
nature that
gonna
is
help
doing
What
him.
great.
She
endorsement
hey,
gonna
let
get
deal
him
me.
does
together.
Stephon Diggs have?
She
So
gonna get him
I just
together.
want to interject and say something real quick. How low of a society that we are living in, and that we have to really talk about a hoe and an ex-convict? That's why I barrel down to that conversation.
We're talking about
But
the fact that
you
a
just
lot
reduce
of
them people to
men are upset at the
No, no,
fact
no,
that
no.
they have moved on with their lives.
How I was talking to Ray the last time. We gotta really separate reality and online. In real life, mother niggas don't really give a fuck. In real life, niggas don't care that she done moved on. Online, there's a lot of niggas that online might be moving on or say something. Man, we ain't worried about them niggas. Them
Well, we're
niggas,
talking about the ones that are. They're the ones that are online.
They online
but
talking.
they are
It's
only,
on
but
my
look,
timeline.
They're
and
whole lot
niggas
the
are
same.
only upset. Niggas is only upset because it's a group of women who are going against Offset, and it's a group of niggas who's
That's what
going
I said.
against Cardi B.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It's just dialogue.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Real
But
niggas
this
in
goes
real
back
life.
to me saying, this goes
Real
But
back
it,
to
niggas
I
in real
think that the
life think
question,
Cardi B is a real life hoe. Nobody really gives a fuck about Offset.
okay. But see, what I think the question that she's asking though is she used those as an example.
Yeah,
But
I
in
understand.
general,
but
whenever
it's
a
always the
man
same
does,
example though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
they were
every
married
time
people.
a
They was married in
relationship,
real life. So
but
those are
listen
valid
though,
examples that everybody else
But to
know
me,
but
versus
listen
being
though,
to me,
personable.
they
let's
was
be
You can
honest.
compare
married.
those situations.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest
Mhm.
here. I want y'all to name one relationship. It's women that were celebrities that y'all admitted that the woman was wrong.
That the woman was wrong
Yep.
and the people breaking up.
Yep.
Let's go back.
Cassie,
I
shit,
don't know.
that bitch
Nicole
wrong
Murphy
here.
was a hoe.
Who?
Yes,
Who?
she was.
Um,
She sure
Who she say?
was. And she slept with Lisa Ray's husband,
she fucked
Who
with
she say?
yeah.
Who you say?
So Nicole Murphy, she was
Nicole
wrong.
Murphy.
Oh, Nicole Murphy.
You talk like I mean, give me some because I'm not even just thinking off the
Jada
top, but
Pinkett.
you
So
can
y'all
ask
just
me and I'll
listen.
tell
So
you.
y'all just name
Jada
one
Pinkett.
relationship
No,
out of
no. What you okay? So
Right.
listen,
Well, you
they
said
might not come to my frontal
one.
lobe, right?
Jada.
So tell me one that you
Jada.
think, and I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm not gonna like
Jada.
sugarcoat it.
Who?
What about Jada Pinkett?
You said who?
Okay, so no, Jada Pinkett was not wrong because of this right here. They had a arrangement. Will had been fucking bitches on set and all the white women, all the whole time. They had an open arrangement. When she was fucking with August, whatever his name is, I seen him. He was on vacation with all of them. Will knew they
that was
were
her
in
son's friend
agreement.
Hold
though.
on,
They had
wait,
That
some
was her
freaky
Will
shit
children's
going
fuck
on.
with
friend.
that
hold on,
nigga too.
That was her children's friend.
Right, hold on,
Man, Will,
hold on, right.
Will was fucking
Let me address
August too.
that.
I don't give a
Hold
damn what
on,
nobody talking about.
wait, guys. Let me address that. Will knew that Jada was messing around, right? She was still wrong. Cardi B knew Offset was messing around. He was still wrong. Why we got this great excuse in
I don't
sidebar
have
for
no
what Jada?
excuse. I'm not even gonna
There's
lie.
not an excuse.
Jada
Will
Pinkett
was
was wrong.
also messing around. Will was also dealing with
They
other
also
women.
was, but
Will
the
also
person who
had
messed.
other
Look, he
relationships.
wasn't
We
dealing with
speaking
other
on
women.
women. We speaking on women
Well,
that was
other men, women. He
exposed.
was dealing with other folks.
But
They
we
He was
both
speaking
dilly
on
was.
when
dallying,
we
Jada
dilly
speaking
was.
on
dallying,
when
dilly
women.
dallying, whatever.
I'm
We
still
speaking on
waiting.
when women
But
was
I'm not even
exposed.
gonna lie. When it comes to that, like I do feel like Jada was wrong. Like Jada,
That's
she
it.
even if she's
That's
still in
right.
love with Tupac. She ain't never got over that
I
relationship.
don't think she should have done the interview. When I say if she wrong, she should not have came out. She should have just let everybody keep speculating. I would have
But
never done
hey,
a.
so do we blame Jada or do we blame Will? Because I'm a big part of you only what you allow somebody to do to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
and she
go
was,
on and do
and
what you
after
allow them to
Will
do.
slapped that man, she separated herself from him and made that statement. So she
So
was
this
wrong for that
goes
too.
back to saying Cardi ain't no motherfucking victim.
But no, well,
Okay.
I'm
this
not saying she's a well, I don't know if she's a victim or not.
Cardi,
I
all went,
think I
Lord
feel
Cardi,
as
Jesus.
though
listen,
she a
listen,
victim
if
now because
y'all
he asking for
women,
spousal
listen,
support and he
if
said he
y'all
won't
women,
have for
I'm
her
gonna tell
money.
y'all something. I
So
know
Hey,
y'all
I
want to
hey,
get
think
on
she's
hey,
me.
the
fuck
victim
that.
now. I feel
Spousal
like
support don't
after
make
you
you no
cheat, you
victim.
need to get the fuck on. Don't ask for none of my money. That
No
Wendy Williams'
spousal, no, hey,
husband,
no,
you
hey,
got to pay
no,
a cheater.
hell
That's like a
no.
But you
pain.
know
Marriage
what?
is
Women
no.
always
That
ask
just
for
says
the
everything
money.
they need to say because ain't no real nigga going to ask his ex-wife for no
For
damn
spousal
spousal
support.
support when
Then
she
stop
take
And
care of
asking
him.
y'all
and all
ex-husbands for
she
spousal
Like,
didn't do
ain't
that.
support.
no real
That's the
man
problem.
doing that. Only a bitch
I ain't
nigga
trying to
that's
hear that.
bitter
What?
would
Stop
do some
asking
What?
shit
y'all.
like that.
Listen,
Stop asking y'all ex-husbands for alimony.
I ain't asked
Spousal
my ex-husband for
support.
no fucking
We don't usually don't,
alimony.
but usually
but
we
you're
have
not
the
a part of
kids or
the.
something
You
like
not
that
the
No,
they have
no,
to give
that's
money for
child
kids
support.
or stuff
That's
that they
child
created
support.
over there.
That's
What's
child
It's not a
support.
thing we
support?
That's
need
child
That's
money.
child
support.
support. We're
What's
talking
child
about
support?
spousal support. Spousal support means
Oh,
that you were with me and we lived a certain
We know
amount of
what spousal
lifestyle,
support
and I'm
means.
we
gonna
know
give
what
you a
it is.
certain amount of
We know
We
money
what
said
it
we're not
so you
means.
can
asking for
The
that.
exempt
That's what I'm
yourself
reality
saying.
out
We're
of
of
not
it
asking
is,
lifestyle.
for it.
You a real nigga.
We know how to support
That's
ourselves. We
your
don't
own
better ask for
money.
that.
Why is you
Man,
asking
it's all on
for
the
your
bitch.
wife?
Hey,
That does
hey,
not
no,
make you a
hold on,
real
y'all
nigga.
can't throw it.
Because,
Hey, I live in Hope Hill, Texas,
Real,
man.
hey,
Sometimes you gotta get
real
out
that
the
don't
hoe
make you a real
faith.
nigga.
So shit,
But
if
you
we
know
can get it out
why?
the hoe,
Don't
we can
have
get it
nothing
out
to
the
do
hoe.
with
I can hear it.
finance.
But listen, hold on.
Hear that.
We gotta let one person talk at a time.
But like I was saying, hey, we mad at him, but I'm from a place, if you can get it out the bitch, you can get it out the bitch. If he got it out the hoe, he got it out the bitch. Hey, we don't ever win. I'm supporting a nigga to win. Get your money, nigga.
That's what
It's
I'm
weak
talking
and
about.
shit.
Like, that's
I'm not saying it's not
But
weak.
I
I'm
don't
not saying
believe
it's
that
not weak.
makes.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying
believe
get
that
your
makes
money,
you a
nigga.
real nigga or not, though.
It does, because
It
no real
doesn't.
man is going
How
to
can you
take
signify that?
food
How
out of
can
their
you?
kids'
How
mouth.
can you signify that?
Because listen, let me explain. One, a real man, he's never going to try to take food out of his children's mouth. That's
He's not. They're not poor.
Yeah.
It's got $101 million. Cut that bullshit.
They
Cut
ain't
the
poor.
bullshit. She got $101 million. Cut the bullshit.
No, it doesn't matter.
She don't owe it to
It
him.
doesn't
Like, how
matter.
do you feel
But
like
if
she
it was
owes her
if it
money
was
to him,
reversed,
though?
she would be
Your
want
own
money
money.
from him.
You're a
So
man. Go get
She
your
got
own money.
two,
y'all
3 kids with
listen.
this nigga. Like, how many kids they
You
got?
trying to make her take
Y'all
That's
gotta
care
child
stop
of
being
support.
biased. Y'all gotta stop
It's
being
giving you
biased.
want to be the
Because if the
bitch.
roles were reversed
It's giving
and
you
she
want to be
asked
the
for it,
bitch.
y'all be like, yeah,
Y'all
Cardi B,
just
get
see
that
this.
money.
And then,
Wait a minute. There's never a
these
situation
women
where the
don't like to
man
date
takes
men who
kids
have less than them.
and then the woman
This
won't
is why.
support. It never happens. There's no situation that happens like
No,
that.
this is why nobody should date people that have lesser than them.
No,
Stop
well, see,
making
this
it
is
a
the
man
thing.
and women
I
thing.
agree with that to a point, but a lot of men like to have dominance or control over a woman. So sometimes if a man is not making more than you, he can't even be a man. He can't even think
But
right.
he insecure.
And
Money
therefore,
don't make you a
you
man.
have
So
men
ain't
that
that
like
why
to
he's not a
control
man?
with
Y'all
their
be
money.
dealing with sucker.
So
You
ain't
like
that
to
why
control
he's
with
not
their
a
money. If you
man?
don't have money to
I'm
control,
just
you gonna
curious.
feel like that.
Hold
But a
on.
lot of men
Ain't
who
that
have
why
money
he's
in their
not
mouth,
a
they
man?
want to control with their money.
So
So
But
when
ain't
money
they
that
don't
why
make a
when
he's
you
nigga
not
when
a
no
you
man?
set a
man.
person in a position and you say, hey,
Hold
Money
on.
don't
So
make you no man.
hold
I
on.
don't give no fuck how you can make $1
baby.
million in a
No,
Hey, baby,
but
goddamn
hold
day.
on.
That don't make
men
you no
are
man.
supposed to be the provider.
Okay,
No,
so
nigga,
hold
this
on.
ain't
So what
fucking
y'all telling me
slavery,
right
nigga. This
now?
ain't the Bible.
So
Nigga,
what y'all
this ain't
telling me
grandma,
right now?
grandpa. This is you talking about shit when houses were $30,000.
but it's funny though. Can I ask you a question?
If it was
Y'all don't want to.
Man,
Y'all
come
don't think
on
men
now.
should
We
provide
go,
no
man.
more,
No,
but
hell
you think
no.
that a woman should cook and
you're
clean.
the provider.
No,
You
if
think a
that's the
woman should
case,
cook and
if
clean,
that's
but
the
you don't want to
case,
provide.
I
You
should
don't
be
want
able
to
to
cook,
go
clean,
to
and work,
my
She
woman.
but you
has
don't
more
want to.
than
I
me.
should go to my woman and tell her to shut the fuck up. Because in a real man society where when we were providers, y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all can't even fucking vote.
But that's the problem, though. Y'all not providers no more.
You
That's what
expect
we
us
got
to
now.
be
We
mute?
making our own
Do you
money.
not
No,
think that?
nigga said, but
Making
since
our
y'all
Y'all the
own
not
only ones
money.
mute,
wanting to
but since y'all
work.
not
Y'all.
mute,
Listen,
give us the
hold
responsibility to
on.
being the sole
We
provider.
This
talked
shit is
about this already.
prehistoric.
We
Like I
talked about
can't.
this
I can't
already.
even.
Hold on. We talked about this already. Black women, the only motherfuckers wanted to work.
That's a lie.
Man, them other bitches didn't want to work.
That's
They
a
did not
damn
want to
Man,
work.
you a
lie.
lot.
Every
They
race
want to
was
be us.
cool with staying at home.
Korean,
Everybody was cool
Asian,
with staying
everybody's
at home.
twerking. That's a lie.
Black women want to work.
But who
women,
cares though?
Mexican
Why
white
is
women.
it that you reduce a woman to twerk? Because y'all judgmental. Just like he got on here, he called Cardi B and what's that? A convict and a hoe. But they are rappers, or they are millionaires, or they have acquired other shit.
So
But instead, you define them by what you say in one segment of somebody's life, and you defining them. A lot of women on the internet that are twerking, they educated, they know what the fuck they doing, they got their shit together. Every woman on the internet twerking is not just there for twerk. They can't even twerk. I don't even do it. But I'm saying that I do know that every woman that's doing it is not a hoe or somebody who that don't have substance.
Most of them hoes.
No. So you to me, you can't say you can't say every woman who dances is not a hoe, but you can't say every nigga who says gang membership is a gang member. So I don't get it. Black women and white women are only two people who's doing the top feminist movement, leading all this bullshit, leading all this Western movement in a household, want the big voice, want to wear the pants and shit, want to put down men all the time. There's no other race doing that. You can't go to no Asian household doing that. You can't go to no.
But for years, this is the thing right here, which I have not understand. You won't talk about how for years black men have degraded black women. And in favor of other women. You've compared, a lot of black men compare their black women to white women until they see these white women putting cases on them and taking their money. But they doing the
black
same
women
shit, but
taking
y'all be
niggas'
cool with
money
it.
too. See,
Y'all
have
be
to
cool.
stop.
Y'all get
Listen,
passes to exotics or others. And
we're
then
gonna stop
when
that
black women
narrative. We're
require
gonna
a man
stop
to
that.
be a
Listen,
provider
no,
or a
no, no, no,
stand-up
no.
guy, y'all, it's a problem. It's like,
Listen,
how
No, it's not
dare
about
we?
being a provider.
Listen,
It's not
no,
about
Jay
being a
Nitty,
provider.
hold on. Let's stop this narrative right now. With the white women are sending black men to jail. Black women sending men to jail.
Well, they
That's not
probably
Every
shoot
racist.
themselves.
motherfucking day. That's not no
But when
fucking
you
fun-rich
see,
thing.
I get that.
Black
But
women are
when you
sending
see,
black
I'm
men to
not
jail
listening.
every single day.
I'm
Every
not
day. That's
listening.
not a white woman thing.
Just
So,
say
That's
so,
a
in the
black
so,
phrase.
woman
If you
thing.
so
don't
can,
get the
yeah,
race,
no,
don't forget the
it is
race
a
on
black
the
and
other
white thing
side.
because there's two differences. Let me explain to you
That's
why.
Joseph. He want
It's
to talk
not.
about white women, black women. Nobody cares. It's a female male thing. At the end of the day, the
No, it's
only reason
not.
why women wanted to be independent because the men were treating them horribly, and they were in a position where they
And
could
look how
not
So
leave.
society
either
is
you gonna
They could
shut the
going.
not
fuck
leave
up
these
or you gonna
And look
relationships.
how
when it-
society is
Hold on,
going.
wait, y'all. Let me finish. They were in a position where they could not relieve these relationships because they did not have their own means. They didn't have money. They didn't have a
Look
way
how
to leave.
society's
These men was
going.
beating their ass, treating them like shit. They was getting
Mhm.
raped forever, making them take
No.
care of their kids, pregnant after pregnant after pregnant. They got tired of that shit. That's why they wanted to work, make their own money, and
No.
become independent, so they was not.
No.
They wouldn't be
No.
having to stay in
False.
those
that's
situations.
not what happened.
False.
Yes,
That's not
it
what
is.
happened.
So
False.
Listen,
Look, look,
Yeah,
look.
hold on.
back
Let
in
let
the
let,
day,
let
You're
Dave
giving
and
talk.
y'all
no
always want to
Jay
talk
historical
Nitty,
about
hold on.
context.
relationships
Jay
back in
Nitty,
the day.
hold on.
Why did
Jay
grandma
Nitty,
What
Yeah,
stay?
you're
they're
giving
gonna
off
say that
our
the
life.
government
Why
took
did
the
grandma
man out the
stay?
house, and that's the
Because she
story. We
had
have
Women
to
a
did
go with
not.
right
job.
now.
We had
listen,
no
we all
choice.
can't talk at the same time.
Women didn't want. Women did not want to work because of that. The income per household was so low that a woman had to work. There were children who had to work. There was people who had to work until they was dead because they needed the money to be able to live.
But you
So
said
when
that
women,
what black women and white women was the only women wanting to work.
no,
they
I'm
was
not saying who
leading the
said only
charge.
black and white
They was
women.
leading
I
the
said women
charge.
in general.
You said that we wanted to work. Like we
Oh,
wanted to go out and work.
everybody had to work.
Not
Everybody had to work.
we didn't have a choice but to work.
Everybody had to work. See, that's the problem. Y'all forget the historical context of why women had to work. Y'all had to work because the income for the black man was so low that women had to work. And then instead of working, the government came in and said, hey, I'll give you this if you get rid of the black man. And that was more than what the black man can bring in. Y'all decided to get rid of us.
Okay, what that have to do with women
That's
being
not. You
independent
said,
and not staying in relationships
but
and moving on?
Because
Let
y'all
Dave
got
talk.
rid of the
Let
black
Dave
man
talk.
Or
inside the
not
household,
dating
Hey,
not
men
because
that
listen, hold
have
women were
on.
cheating.
lesser than them.
Y'all
Hold
didn't get
on,
rid of
hold on,
men
y'all.
because
Hold
we were
on, hold
cheating.
on.
Y'all got rid of men because the government came in and said, hey, I give y'all food stamps in the house.
so no deadbeat daddies exist. So there's no men laid up on women with housing and food stamps. So there's no
Right.
men in these.
Now,
I mean, like,
now,
y'all push this narrative.
now,
It be killing me. Because it
now,
really,
But
I think
if
it
we
made
talking,
men
but
lazy.
They
hold
didn't
on,
do it
Dave,
Men
back
let
got
now,
with
Dave
women
talk.
that
No,
had housing
let
and food
Dave
stamps and like
talk.
$8
Let
rent and don't
Dave
want to
talk.
pay. So that's a different story. Not all men, some men. But
Let
that's a
Dave
now,
different
I'm
story.
talking about,
Why?
you're talking about now,
Talk
I'm
about
talking
what
about
you want.
Wait, y'all.
historically.
Jay Nitty, wait. Let Dave talk. You ain't let him talk one time. Calm down,
Why?
y'all. Relax.
Why are
Relax.
we approaching everything from a negative angle? The men
Oh, that's
wasn't
not.
in the house. The women had to work because she was getting beat and she was getting raped and she just wanted to work to help the household. Why we
But
gotta
that's
say
reality
when
though.
men hold on when men was leading the house? I mean when we brought in uh what's the shit welfare? The nigga was laying up on the bench and she was getting food. Like why everything we approach in this conversation is from the negative angle
Because it
of
Or
started
everything.
because he
by
started from a
Offset
nigga.
requesting spousal support, and I feel like
Okay,
that's some bitch nigga shit. Because why
hold
are
on.
you
Let me
asking
approach
for
that.
your wife, who is
Hold
taking
on.
care of all of your children, to also take care of you? Is giving
Hold
you
on.
want to be the woman. That's where it started
That's not.
from.
It's
So
not.
that's
Princess.
why.
It's not giving.
Princess
It's
too.
not giving. You want to be the woman. It's giving. You want to continue living the lifestyle that you was living, male
No, it's
or
But
giving
you're
you
hold
want
you're
to
a
on.
be the
rapper
woman.
yourself. You got your own money.
Exactly. Go hustle.
Wait. Male or female. In every relationship, there is a breadwinner. No matter if it's a male or a female. Some females have males They in a relationship, the female is the breadwinner. Some relationships, the male is the breadwinner. When that relationship separates, the breadwinner should help the lesser party. It doesn't matter,
And
man,
see,
woman,
that's my thing.
So,
Now so there's no separation when it comes to men and women. We all got the same
not
roles.
today,
Basically
not
what
in
you're saying.
2025. Not in
Because we was
2025.
talking about men being the provider, because that's
No,
y'all
you
role,
can't.
the
Men,
protector
we
and the
got to
provider.
stop in
That's supposed
So
to be
you
our
saying
role,
if
right?
men
have
gotta
you
be
so you
providers. We
never
gotta
But
stop.
now you're saying that it's okay for a man to not be a provider and allow his woman to be the
no.
provider.
Provider and breadwinner is two different things.
No, it's not.
Okay.
What's the difference? We
he,
need to
he
use
may
the
have a
term
different
breadwinner.
definition, provider.
So you're okay with your woman being the breadwinner and you not being the breadwinner. And then if y'all split up, you want your breadwinner woman to take care of your manly ass.
If
But
that was your dynamic in 2025, then yes.
So
Then that's
say this.
But see, that's the problem with all three of those
Mika,
relationships that we're
Mika,
talking about. All of them, the
Mika.
So
women
then
was the breadwinner.
basically there's no separation between men and
Hold
women.
on. Let me
There's
ask
no
you something.
separation.
But look,
What
women
makes
have
you a man?
created that.
What
Women
makes
Mika,
created
a
that.
me and
woman a
you,
woman?
hold on, Mika.
What's the
Me and you,
separation?
hold on. Me and you start working. Me and you met at work. I was making 100,000 a year. You was making 100,000 a year, right? We both making 100,000 a year. We met at work. We fell in love. Everything was cool. You get a raise. You move up to $150,000 a year. Will you dump me because you make more than me?
No.
First of all,
No,
I'm
if you
not
could be
dating
secure
you
in
if
that,
you
of
working
course
my
not.
job
It's not
and you
about that
making a
part.
certain
It's
amount
about
of
the
money.
men being.
That's the bulk of the conversation. Like, we work together. I'm not dating you.
But listen, hold
Okay,
on.
we're not
Right.
work together.
Can I
Say
say
equal
something though?
income.
No, fuck.
Take
Can
work
I say
together out
something?
of it. Take work together out of it. You would not date a man that makes the equal income of you.
No.
Okay, that explains a lot. That's okay. Carry on.
No. Because
I
what
But
hear
is
you.
okay, so
I'm
let
what
me
asking
ask
that.
you this
I
am
question
I going to
because you,
aspire to be?
Mika though,
that's
because.
that's
But
that's
listen
it.
though, I want to ask you
That's
a
it.
real question
Mhm.
because you always on this wave. ASAP Rocky not a real man?
What is ASAP Rocky?
Hold on, just answer the question.
I think
Because
that's a
Rihanna
bad
makes
example
more than
because that
him.
man
It's
paints his
not a bad
fingernails and
example.
wears girl clothes.
No,
That you
stop,
shouldn't
stop.
ask
Listen,
that.
y'all not listen.
That's not a
Just
good.
say yes
That's
or
not a
no.
good example.
Because wait a minute, no, let me let him finish. Like, why are you asking if
Because Rihanna is the breadwinner, and you said real men.
But what makes you think that because she's making more money? First of all, we don't even know
No,
if
We
she
do
makes more
know.
Now
money.
she a billionaire. She
We do
definitely got
know.
more money than ASAP. But
That's
the
first and
thing about
foremost.
that is
And
ASAP
secondly,
paints his
how
nails
do
and
we
wears her
know
clothes.
that he's not still paying all the bills?
He's not.
How do we
Come on
know that
now.
he's not still the
He's
one
not.
that's taking care
He's
of the
not.
financials in the household?
He's
ASAP
not.
Rocky
How do
definitely
you
not
know
paying all
that?
their fucking bills.
Because only poor people think about shit like this. Oh, the man got to pay all the bills. In real life situation, most households are teaming up to pay the bills.
So I understand the teaming up. That's
My
not
rent over $2,000. A motherfucker better chip in.
the levels, right?
I believe in teaming up is a level of chip in. Like as far as like you said, they rent $2,000, right? So then therefore you got that rent already or whatever. So that's $2,000 that right there. Then is the man okay? You handled it. Then she could chip in with some groceries, the bill, the light bill, cable bill, right? Like I just don't feel as though if you
believe that if I pay $2,000 of rent, you can take the food stamps that you get from the state and put in my fridge, and that'll be enough.
No.
Because I got kids. I got food
I'm
stamps.
confused on where the food stamps coming from. But if I can buy some, yeah, I'm gonna put that food in your refrigerator. Let me find somebody selling some.
$100,000.
I
need you to make at least $150,000 or more. I mean, it's just that simple.
Hey, Mika, I love you to death, but you'll spend your whole 40s looking for that nigga. I promise.
Lies. Lies.
Then you'll have him now.
That's a lie. That is an absolute lie. And I'm not gonna tell my business on this podcast, but no, sir.
But hey, but remember,
it don't have anything to do with the money because
people we in a different age now. People are making more money. You got folks, young folks making more money. So
your name's Sheila?
Shelly,
I like it. I like that. I thought it was Sheila like my mama name. So me and Miss Mika was talking about this last week. If y'all meet a man in his 40s and he's not making the money that y'all desire, that's okay. But most
Well,
women
it's
see,
who
not
are
at this
maybe
big age,
It might have
at
been
this
okay
big
in my
age,
younger
you do need
years,
to be set because this is why
right?
right
But at
here.
this
It's
big
not even
age,
about. I think y'all thinking about it's just about dollar amount, and it's not even just about that. It's
it's not.
about that the position to be able to lead a woman, right? See,
we
I've been
can
married
leave.
for a long time,
No,
so I'm
money
already
can't make
locked
me
in, right?
leave.
So therefore, I've been through the highs and
The
lows. I'm
money
not
is
saying
half
like
the
you
battle.
can't, but
Me
when
being
you
No, it's
are
not.
married
Money's
dating,
not even
is half
part
the
of the
battle.
battle. There's some weak ass billionaires that can't leave.
Mika.
Exactly.
Hold on. Stop. Mika,
eh,
you gotta let people talk, girl.
I'm letting
You
him
gotta
talk,
let
but
people
I'm
talk. You
explaining
got
to
There,
him.
listen.
there's
You gotta
but
stop
look,
cutting
Men
people
all
off.
with
I'm
money
saying
is half
Mika,
the
there's
battle.
there's many of men who make a lot of money who
right,
are not equipped to become leaders. There are men right
right,
now that are flipping burgers at fucking
right.
McDonald's that can lead 100 men into a war.
I just
So
said a whole. Well, why he ain't lead himself to a better job? Okay, so
because
listen, this is the thing right
circumstances,
here. I
because
feel like it's okay
circumstances,
to, like I said, as far as like leading, it's not even. It's not like I said. I'm saying when as a man, right? If you're presenting to a woman at this big age, if you present to me now, I got married in my early 20s. You see what I'm saying? So my mindset way different now. So if I was to go back out here and I had to date again, I had to do this over. If you present to me and you don't have a plan for your, if you have not executed a
of
plan in
course.
your own life or shown or proven to me that you can lead and be successful in a way that is conducive with the goals and desires that I have inside for myself, I have the right to say no.
But
I have
But
the
Miss
right to
Shelley,
put a
like I was
requirement
discussing with
on that.
Mika.
I,
But
y'all speaking that in love and people doing all this stuff. No,
no,
we
no,
talking about
no. But
choosing dating right now. You don't have to start something that you ain't gonna finish. If you
but
already know that a person can't lead you, a person is not what you need, then
but
it's
this is
okay
what
for you to
and you're so
have the
right.
criteria where no.
And you're so right. This is what me
How
and Miss
long into
Mika
the
was speaking
conversation?
about.
How
At
long into the
y'all big
conversation do
age,
you ask him
if
how
y'all don't
much do
meet
you make?
nobody that's there, then that's on that nigga. They're 40 some years old. If they're
Yeah,
not there at 40 some years old,
yeah,
that's a fucking problem.
exactly.
But we're
So
talking
y'all
about
talk about her for having a preference. She have a preference. She like, okay, look, I'm
No,
dating
what
him
we
40
talking
minutes.
but
So
Look,
Miss
y'all
and
need to
Shelley,
fuck with
I'm
it.
not asking for
But Miss
nothing that
Shelley,
I can't
look,
provide.
this is the problem. But this is the problem. The people who are mainly having these conversations are in their 20s or lower 30s, expecting young men to be already up here.
But we're not 40s and we're
Yeah,
having
we're
a
not there. But
so
see, a
we're
lot of men, the also this right here though, some men, a lot of men who are not where ambitious men who are not where they want to be at yet in life, they will forego dating until they get there. Or, because sometimes that's a distraction. So
No, they
if
gonna
they
fuck.
are in fact not where they need to be, then they probably should focus more so on getting there and then the dating will come in. But
No, they should still be fucking.
because that's just like because y'all showing a woman standards when she say that you need to pay this or do this right here. But y'all only gonna date a woman if she is aesthetically pleasing to you here. If she does this here. So y'all have standards and stuff and different, you know what I'm saying? It's still all preference, right?
No, no,
It's
yeah,
a
and I
preference.
My
understand.
standards
So
are
What
you
I'm
can
different.
saying
like,
is
you may like
See,
dark
you
skin, you may
gotta
like
look at
light
it, but
skin, you may
see,
like
y'all
thick,
gotta
you
look
may
at it
like
different.
small, you may like big. So
no, that's fine. But I'm saying at most people ages in their 20s, and I'm saying we can use this as a learning tool for the
yeah,
younger folk.
yeah,
If they're in their younger 20s, hey, maybe wait until you're financially stable to start dating. Maybe you should
yeah.
wait until you
when
where
I
you're
was in
at.
that, when I was in my
But
20s, when I was
I
broke,
concur
and
both
everybody
parties.
was broke, we could figure out how to get money together.
Yeah.
That's
no, and that's
different.
fine.
We
That's fine
were
too.
younger. We had time. We're
But
saying
that's
at
fine
this
too.
age, I'm in my
But right
40s.
now, but that's not the reality. The reality is we got these young girls who look really good going to these young men, putting the pressure on these young men to make a certain amount of money and a certain lifestyle.
That's
Yeah,
because
and
they're
this is the
trying.
thing, but
That's
that's
for social
also
media.
a
That
choice,
has a
right?
lot to do with social media.
It is
Mika,
social
Trying to
media.
live
Mika,
by social media
Mika. If a
standards.
man approach you, how when do you interject how much he make into the conversation? Like,
We don't
okay,
have to interject it into the conversation at all because as long as you have your own place, right?
mm-hmm,
You can invite me over to your house, right?
mm-hmm,
You're established, you have a career, right?
mm-hmm,
You have goals, you have achieved things in life. That's
right.
going to tell me everything that I need to know.
So what
Yeah,
if
but
after
he's in
I
his
show you
40s.
I
If
got
he
my
haven't,
own
that's the
crib?
problem.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
I show you I got my own crib, I got my own car, I take care of my kids, they live with me, all of that, and then we find out you make more than me. Would that be a deal breaker?
I don't know. It depends on how much I like you. But you talking about you got kids
Okay,
and
because
then
10 minutes ago, I just wanted to ask you that in a different mind frame. Because 10 minutes ago, you said you're absolutely not talking to nobody that you make more than. So I wanted to let the conversation calm
no.
down and re-answer the question from a different aspect to see what your answer changed. Because I knew heat and rah, 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 you're right here with the, I'm not talking to nobody. If I make this and I make this, no, I will not. Calm down.
No,
Let's
because
approach it
men
again.
have insecurities. They feel away when their
I
woman
hear you.
makes a
I
And
hear
you
you. But
gonna
move,
I just
deal?
want to,
Yes,
and
yes.
it
You
I just wanted
cannot.
causes
to
If
approach.
problems in the relationship.
I just wanted to ask the same question differently while you was calm to see your answer, and I knew exactly how it would go. So women, that's how women approach conversation, and that's how women carry. It depends on what's going on in society at that time, how a man could approach a woman. That's all I'm saying.
It's
If
the
they
nuance.
approach her while the temper is right here, they're gonna get that woman. If they approach her, the temper is right here. You can approach a woman buying a burger. That's a different conversation than approaching a woman sitting down cutting a steak. Even if you saying the same thing, you walk up with the same clothes on. If you approach her, y'all both in line getting a burger, you're gonna get a different response from y'all
Right,
both
but
sitting
it's
at
not.
Longhorn cutting a steak.
This not that's not about the approach though. But once y'all started dating and you get to know that person, then that's when I'm going to decide. Like, does this person lifestyle meet my
But
lifestyle?
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
of
saying.
course.
Does
But
this
I can
lifestyle match
because
my lifestyle?
because
Because at your
if
age,
I can handle
If it
everything
don't,
on my own and you can handle everything on your own, if you handle everything about your lifestyle on your own, I'm gonna handle everything on my lifestyle on my own, and we get together. How much you make or how much I make shouldn't define if we can keep going forward. That's all I'm
it is
saying.
going to define it because
then y'all
Okay.
got to come in the
one,
same household.
and it's not just a you having your own. It's a how you live.
I understand that.
Like
I understand that.
how do you live? How you take care of yourself? Or are you able to take care of yourself comfortably and still
Yeah,
able to do extracurricular activities? You know
I
what
hear
I'm
that.
saying? Like it's a lot to go into it. It's not just about that because once we combine our lifestyles, then we should have a whole lot.
Yeah, I
Shoot,
feel
we
but
you
should
on that.
have